Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here at Bristol City Football Club, one day away from our next match, a home tie against Brentford. And as you can see here, the press are predicting an easy win for us. Well, considering that we thrashed Luton 5-1 in our last game, and we have a general track record of winning. Brentford, they're actually in 8th place in the Sky Bet Championship table, so they're not a bad team. But as you can see from that just short form indication, they're doing more drawing than winning. So hopefully, well, we can change that and give them a loss to their record. Okay, so we've only got one day to go before that match, and we have a fair bit of news actually to catch up with, so let's crack on with that. First off, I'm very happy to report that Zach Viner has signed a new contract deal with us, which will keep him at the club, all being well, until June 2022. And as you can see there, the fans are happy with that, I'm happy with that. He's a quality player, and he does perform a very good job in our defensive lineup. So yep, good news from Zach. And this is a joy to behold. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but is that 5 members of our squad in the team of the week for the Sky Bet Championship? I do believe it is. I mean, yeah, we've had a great run of results, and particularly the last couple have been very rewarding for us. So yeah, Nicholas Eliasson, Marcus Henriksen, who's only just returned to full-time play, really. So it's great to see him making that impression so quickly. Pedro Pereira, Zach Viner in defence, and Daniel Bentley, and I'm not calling him David this week, Daniel Bentley in goal. Being the, where are we, the 1st of January 2020, so we're getting all the Player of the Month kind of recognition here. Pedro Pereira is named in 3rd place of the top 3 players of the month. Very nice to see indeed. But is in 2nd place as the young player of the month. Yeah, I quite forget how young some of our team are. So yeah, Pedro getting 2 recognition awards there. Now this, I was so happy to see. Championship goal of the month. It went to Matthias Klitsch rather. Jack Clark coming in 2nd place, but our own Vincent Harper, in only the 2nd match he started in, scoring the 3rd best goal of the month. So why not? Let's just take a short break here and have a look. Let's enjoy that moment again. Team worked really well there to create that goal, and it led to a beautiful strike from defensive player Vincent Harper, 19 years old, and as I said, only his 2nd match starting in as a member of the senior squad. And finally, on the awards thing, yeah, I don't get manager of the month for December. Yeah, I did lose a match. Sorry about that, chaps. But yeah, 3rd place. I'm not going to complain too much about that. That's quite nice. Ugh. Brexit. Yeah, we have to recognise it will impact on the game. Yeah, so there's all sorts of new rules to be addressed because we are leaving behind the European Union. An incredibly stupid thing for the country to do. But hey, you know, we're going to have to come to terms with it. We're British. That's what we do. We come to terms, we adapt, and that's what we're going to have to do to try and make the best of this this chaos that is about to ensue. Yeah, more rules. I'm not going to talk about them. It's just too depressing. On slightly better news from the medical centre. Fitness tests. Jay Da Silva is making good recovery. He's not going to play yet. I don't think his condition or match sharpness is anywhere close to being where he's in a place to actually contribute properly to the team. Famaru is coming back nicely. We should see him on the field of play very soon. Freddie Hines, I don't think we've actually mentioned really previously. He's getting back into condition. Another one of our good strikers. And Filip Benkovic, yeah, he looks sound. I think we might see him coming into the squad for this upcoming match against Brentford. Now, in the previous episode, we talked about the likelihood of letting Ashley Williams go, and we do see a good deal of interest in him, but there is an issue potentially here that he is a team leader. He's been with the team for a long time, and he is a very influential player in the dressing room. So, that we may have a little issue when, if and when, more likely when, he does leave the club. And here we are, match day. We have a squad ready to face Brentford. We're putting Mark Gillespie in goal. Again, basically just a matter of alternating between Gillespie and Bentley in the goal. We will be playing Filip Benkovic in defence there, and Tommy Rowe will be playing a defensive role here, although we do often, as you know, play him in midfield. Midfield, Eliasson, Palmer, Nagy and O'Dowda. Pretty sound squad there, I think. And up front will be Nahki Wells and Benik Afobe. Again, I think Weimann will be on the bench, ready to slip in there if need be, if the game doesn't go our way. So let's see how this all turns out. it turned out rather well, as it happens. Yeah, a 3-1 victory. I'm quite happy with that. But as you can see here, the highlights perhaps didn't quite give the full impression. But watching the match, I mean, maybe you did pick up on it, but watching the fuller match, as I did while it was playing, yeah, our possession was pitiful there. I mean, the graph there shows it. They had 61% of the possession. That is not a good place to start if you want to win matches. But when we did, yeah, 2 fine goals from Naki Wells and a lovely strike from Ajaxpost. We just nicked in there. And the interesting thing here is, which we don't often see in the matches we play, is we tend to get our goals in the first half and it kind of wanes a little bit in the second. But yeah, we came through and we did sneak that final goal in at the 90-minute mark. So yeah, I'm generally quite happy. I'm happy with the result, if not necessarily with the performance. So here on the assessment of the positives and negatives of our game, it's not too bad actually. I mean, we did get a fair amount of passes completed by the likes of Casey Palmer and Liam Walsh when he came on later in the game. But other than that, Tommy Rowe, Nicholas Eliasson, I mean, they're getting negative feedback on the pass completion there, which, yeah, I'm afraid this heat map, this graph, does tell the story, unfortunately, of the possession and the activity across the pitch. We were outplayed basically by Brentford. But in front of the goal, we just now managed to sneak in there. One of those goals was rather sneaky, to be fair. But it got in the back of the net, and that, at the end of the day, is what counts. And those lovely people from Sky Sports, yeah, they're saying much the same thing. It was our finishing, our ability to actually get the ball into the back of the net is what swung it for us. Nothing else really, to be honest. I mean, their goal, I think, emphasises that. It epitomises the issue we had. And they're saying that there, in the 41st minute, we nearly conceded another goal through Benkovic's lapse in concentration. And again, the goal they actually scored, we just weren't paying attention. We weren't following the match as closely as we should have been. So I think that needs some further thought. However, we are still second in the league. Unfortunately, Fulham also won, and we're no further ahead. We're still just 7 points ahead of Swansea and Leeds at the end of the 26th match of the season so far. So we're in a lovely position. I can't complain too much about that at all. But it would be nice to be top, wouldn't it, to be honest? And as usual, I will leave you with the social media feed. Interesting thing to pick up on there is the reaction to the fact that we're receiving transfer offers for Marley Watkins. There's someone here comments, apparently, Marley Watkins is dead to me if he leaves. It's a little bit extreme, but yeah, I have a suspicion the game of football does tend to work on extremes of passion. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today for this match against Brentford. A lovely win for us, despite the lack of performance, I think, on the pitch. If you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Click on the old thumbs up button. You know how that works. If you've any thoughts, any hints and tips would be more than welcome. Just drop a note into the comments box below. It'd be great to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, then you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload the next of these videos, which will be our home match, another home tie against Middlesbrough in a couple of days' time. Although it will be a little bit more than that for the video itself, I'm afraid. But yes, until then, from me, Ajaxpost, here at Bristol City Football Club. Until then, bye-bye for now.